there's going to be things like tempo that are to do with the speed, the dynamics. We're not going to let that go anywhere. And then 5, music has form. 6, and I'm thinking if I put 7, I'll be good. Texture. And then tone color. So just really quick, rhythm and melody is what we're going to focus on. And then the tempo, dynamics, form, texture, tone, color, we'll just kind of do them as we go. But these are the main elements of music when you're teaching. Today, which is May, what's the date today? May 16th. That's what happens when we start closing school. We're going to stay, let me get a different color. We're going to stay there with a kind of rhythmic experience. Not that we won't sing or anything. We'll sing a little bit. But then I'm thinking today I'll stay here. I'm kind of going to separate it. All of this is what goes into music. If you were going to cook some music, you'd put all these things in. But today I'm taking out the ingredients separately and I'm just going to deal with a rhythm. So I have a handout and hopefully we can work through this. It might be too long, but to get us on the journey. Dr. Han, did I give you one?
Yeah, I got one.
So, you know what else? I like to make, we want to make some noise. So our hands get tired if we clap them, so let's just use a couple of rhythms to put them underneath here. You know what I'm going to do with the gentleman back here? I'm going to pass them now. Pass them until they get to the end. I'm trying to choose the ones that sound most, okay. Yeah, I think you So the rhythm sticks, the reason they're good is your hands get, like those of you play, you don't want to damage your wrist just clapping all day long. So this really keeps you saving your hands.
害怕你们把手拍疼了，你给个棒棒球。
And the other thing I'm going to do, we're going to do things in 4 time, 4 beats a measure, and also 3 beats a measure. So I'm just going to have you hold these as well. And maybe you can pass me just down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I pass them down over 1, 2, 3.
你知道 Miss Shiva 上课是备课是绝对是牛逼的。
So do we have it?
We need one more.
Do we go one more? Okay. Sorry, some of them are not red. I had them in my color copier. My color copier, I don't have a color copier. Everyone's got one of these. So you should have, there should be 4 hearts on this side and then 3 on the other side. And then, hope this doesn't take us. Now they're gonna be, 2 people will probably have to use a music stand because I don't have enough of these. If we put this on here, then we're going to be able to use, we'll be doing generic rhythm writing, and because it takes too long to write with a pen, so we don't want to do that. And you use that one, I use this one. And then the last thing, next time maybe if we use those, I'll just have them out on the table, so when you come in you can just take it, but it's to explain to you. I should have been we can pass these. If you take a handful, you don't have to count. Take a handful of 16. It'll be good. You can just pass it down. And this one you're going to have to open. If you can take 16 of them. Just if you take a handful like this, it doesn't matter, you'll know. But those are to write generic rhythms. Everybody knows what generic is, right? I don't want to say quarter note, half note right now. I just want you to see where the note falls. So we'll put them on the last chair. If you need any more, we'll send them back. Yeah, so if you get about 16, I looked at, it's just a 1 measure rhythm and I can't choke any more than 16 symbols in there. So and then I'll start.
有缺的吗？还有人想要吗？
Yeah, about 16. Everybody kind of got 16. Thank you so much. Okay, so today we're focusing on rhythm. What? Rhythm, there's a beat, and I hear people misusing that word all the time. People say, I like that beat, I like that beat. It's like, I wish they wouldn't say that. Because beat is a steady pulse that lies under the music. What they mean to say is, I like that rhythmic ostinato. Normally that's what they want to say, you know, the rhythm, a pattern that keeps repeating. So the beat is also called the pulse. If you clap along to a piece of music, you usually find yourself doing the beat. And the reason I've used the hearts, it's been a good visual for my kids over the years because I just remind them of your heartbeat and how it goes thump, 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 thump. And sometimes I ask them what happens if it stops and they all fall around and say you'll die. You know. So I said in the case of music, when the beat stops, normally there's an interruption to the music. But sometimes it stops because that's part of the rhythm structure of the music. But it's just a good visual to have. So that thing you have in front of you with the hearts, it's going to be like a crutch today. But when you're really reading real music, those hearts wouldn't be there. But it's just to show you how the notes fit in. So that's what the beat, it's the steady pulse. What is the rhythm? The rhythm is a pattern of long and short sounds and pauses which fit around the beat. So in some music as drumming, there is only rhythm alone, because you don't hear pitches. I mean, if you listen really carefully, you can hear the drum going, da, da, there's some pitch, but it's, you know, it's not very clear pitch. So I'm going to start by teaching you a small verse, and then we'll do it with the beat and the rhythm so we understand that. So my turn, your turn. 2, 4, 6, 8. You can say that.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Meet me at the garden gate.
Meet me at the garden gate.
If I'm late, don't wait.
If I'm late, don't wait.
2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4, 6, 8.
And immediately go into a longer snippet. 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate.
2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate.
If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8.
If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8.
And hang on to those endings. 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's rhyming at the end, so that will help you remember. I'm going to do the whole thing. 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Now, let's try and do it with the beat. You can actually put everything on the floor. I'm making sure. I'm sure you'll be much better. Let's put everything on the floor so that we can really do the beat. So now, the beat would be, when Dr. Han's standing here conducting you, of course she tells the bassist to come in. She'd probably be using one hand to show some things, but there's always a hand when you're conducting that's doing the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, or if it's very fast, it's just doing the 1. There's always the hand of the conductor that's showing the beat, so it's showing you how central it is to everything. Now we're just going to try and pack the beat. So put the beat in your laps. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. I'll whisper it now. I'm mouthing it. I'm internalizing. 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me ask a question. Tell me if I did a good job with the beat. If I go 2, 4, 6, 8. Am I doing the beat? No. It's got to stay steady. So let's do it one more time. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. I'll whisper it now. I'm mouthing it now. I'm internalizing now. I'm saying the words. 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that will always be the beat, the steady pulse. Now the rhythm is the way the words go. So that, a good way to think of it is if you're going to clap the rhythm, your hands are doing the same thing as your mouth. So pretty much, it's like if you don't say the words, then you might not do it accurately. So let's try that. Your hands are doing the same thing as your mouth. Ready? Clap. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's go back and get that beat. Ready? In language, it would be syllables. Syllables and rhythm is the same thing. Ready? At 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's do it really slowly. At 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. 2, 4, 6, 8. And sometimes for the little ones, I tell them, oh, I heard somebody going, meet me at the garden gate. And they all laugh when they say, there's nothing like gatey, so they remember to stop gate. You just have to remind yourself. Let's do it one more time before we internalize. Ready? Go. 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. 5, 8, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now just whisper the words, just mouth the words under your breath. Ready? Do it with your sticks. Let's do it with the sticks now. Ready? Look up on the sticks, everything internalized. Okay, 1, 2, and I'm conducting the beat. Ready? Go. And I can see there's a lot of visual learners here. I know the minute I write it down, they're gonna see it and they're gonna do it. Because the people who hear better, they're having a good time right now. The people who see better, it will be better when it's written down. And then there's people who just do both. So that would be how you do it with 2, 4, 6, 8. Now let's jump slowly to the 1 and 3 tempo. Let me teach you that one. So we want to have something in 4 beats a measure and something with 3 beats a measure, and those are the things we'll use to work today. So here's one. The 3 measure normally is the the waltz tempo. Yeah, so I'm teaching one of those. Early to bed and early to rise makes us so healthy and wealthy and wise. I'll do some. Early to bed and early to rise.
Early to bed and early to rise.
Makes us so healthy and wealthy and wise.
Makes us so healthy and wealthy and wise.
I'm going to swallow the whole thing. Early to bed and early to rise. Makes us all healthy and wealthy and wise.
Early to bed and early to rise. Makes us all healthy and wealthy and wise.
Now, when you're dancing, that first beat is so strong. If you just did it on your laps, it might get lost. So I'm going to have you put the first beat on your feet. So you're going to try it. Pop, pop. That's how we keep the beat in when we have 2 beats in a minute. So let's try that papa. In your foot and paws in your hands. Ready? Go. And let's practice get the papa going for a while. You can change your feet. You don't have to use the same foot. Let's try and do that now. Early to bed and early to rise. Makes us so healthy and wise. Do it again. Early to bed and early to rise. Makes us so healthy and wise. So for songs that are 4 beats a measure, we were good with that tick, tock, tick, tock. But when it's the waltz tempo, you want that first beat to be strong, and that's why I stamped it down on the ground. So we have 2 things that we can work with now. And every time music's happening, there's a combination of beat here. When the orchestra's playing, the flutes are doing this rhythm, the oboes are doing this rhythm, the singers are singing this rhythm. The only person that's keeping them together is that conductor with the beat. So within your own body, it's also good if you could do, beat and the rhythm at the same time. So let's go back to 2, 4, 6, 8. This time we're gonna try putting the beat in your feet. This time we're gonna try, if I just make my guy there, the beat is gonna be in your feet and the rhythm is gonna be in your hands. Okay, you're trying to handle them together. So let's put the beat in our feet first. Tick. Now try the rhythm up here. 2, 4, 6, 8. See, this is the real discipline, dissociating the bottom part from your top part. But anytime a musician's performing, that's happening. When you're singing and you're tapping the beat, your voice is singing the rhythm. When I'm pedaling the piano, many times I'm pedaling the beat, but this hand is playing something else over here. So that dissociation is always happening, so you also want to learn to have it in your body. You don't want your beat to pull to your rhythm and your rhythm to come to your beat. So it's something musicians want to practice regularly. Let's try it one more time. The beat is down here. Now you're putting the rhythm in your hands. 2, 4, 6, 8. Try internalizing it. 1, 2, put it in your head. That's not enough, you do that and I'll do something else. Okay, so now we're gonna try and expand it, which is the real world of music. It's beautiful because there's many different things happening. Okay, you do something else, I'll do something else. Let's go. 1, 2, don't get lost. 2, put your thing, there you go. Composer will now dispose of it all. We have tutti in Italian means everybody's doing it. And then let's say here we'll have the men doing it alone. And then here we'll have the women doing it. And then we always come back to like a tutti. So let's try and do it like this, okay? Now here you're gonna hear just the men doing it. It's gonna be how many rhythm states? 1, 2, 3. And when the women do it, it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's how you get variation. It's going to be a loud here, less loud. But you know what? I gave the men claves. So the claves are pretty loud compared to the other two of them. Except Charlie. We have claves. We have just 2 claves. Okay, so let's try it that way. 1, 2. Everybody hang in there. 2. So most famous pieces are just many different rhythms put to. When you're in that music kitchen, you take this rhythm, put this rhythm, but the only thing that keeps them together is that beat many times the conductor is showing or the pianist are doing. So does everybody have a fairly good, well not good yet, but beginning to understand the difference between the rhythm and the beat? The beat is like the heartbeat, that it just stays the same. But the rhythm is like the decoration over it. It changes the rhythm. So basically the beat doesn't change. I mean, that's not completely true because we have some other musical things that we do that makes the beat change. But that's a good way to start thinking of it. The beat doesn't change, but the rhythm changes. Now, somebody then needs to find a way, if you're doing music by listening, of course you just listen, you hear the rhythm, you rewind. But if you read music, then you come into the territory of, you have to have the symbols to write down the music. So that's where we're gonna go a little bit now. See how to write 2, 4, 6, 8 down. So I'll put that, I'll get rid of this because we don't need this. So when you really think of music deeply, it just grew out of human beings talking. I guess once upon a time, a human being was talking. You know how sometimes you say hello, and then the pitches came in, and then so singing grows from just human beings talking. And the way when we talk, we talk in syllables. And if it's in music, we call it the rhythm. When we write down the written word, you have to know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and read. First you learn the sounds of the letters, then you learn the words themselves, and then you put those together to make language. So music is the same thing. You're going to learn the notes individually, then they're put together in different combinations, and yeah. So here's the setup for music, basically. That one is called a bar line. I'm making them big today. Now, in real music, you would never see the hearts. I'm putting the hearts here as a crutch because it's helping us to understand what we're putting. So another bar line. If you're thinking of language, this might be like comma. You know, it might be like a comma in language. And music, just like reading, we read from left to right, then you go to the next row, from left to right. So that's pretty straightforward. Okay? You read it the same way that you read a text. Yeah. So in a book, somebody's gonna say, what page are we on? Somebody say, we're on page 4. What chapter are we on? We're on chapter this. In music, we're gonna call these measures. Measure 1, measure 2, measure 3, measure 4. And you normally see them. Sometimes they write them in some kinds of music, they write them down. It's not uncommon to go to a conservatory and find a kid just sitting there putting measures on his music, you know, because it's not there. But measure 4, so measure 1, measure 2, measure 3, measure 4. We call them measures. Measure. Okay. In the rest of the world, like Europe and everything, we're going to call them bars. In Canada, I think England, yeah. India, they're going to call them bars. They want to know that. But Americans probably call it measure. So at the end of a piece of music, they have a double bar line. So that tells you you've reached the end. So if I said, if this was like a comma, this is like a period. Because it shows you guys what to do. The conductor will always show you, right? You know, like we're reaching the end of this, but it does no harm doing this. So I'm going to go back to the 2, 4, 6, 8, the way we did it. I'm just looking for a different color to write this and see if we can write it down. So the 2, 4, 6, 8, what would we do? If we said it with the beats, here's the beat, tick, tock, and it might even have beats. Let me show you one more thing that we don't want to let go. I'm putting a number. When you're just doing the beat, beats actually have numbers. So if the conductor says, let's go to measure 1, beat 4, you know we're starting here. We're in measure 4, beat 1, you know you're starting there. We're in measure 1, beat 1. And measure 1, beat 1 is also called the capo. Okay, many times they won't say measure 1, beat 1. They'll say, let's go to capo. You know, just like the cap you're wearing on your head. The cap you're wearing on your head, it comes from the Italian word capo. Capo. So the capo is go to the head of the song, the beginning of the song. And then, as long as we're saying that, they call the end here fine. Okay, so sometimes you see the capo al fine. Okay, so measure, let me say it again, bar line, bar line, bar line, bar line, measure, measure 1, measure 2, measure 3, measure 4, double bar line shows us we're at the end. And sometimes we want to repeat something over and over again, like here, if we're going to be repeating this, you'll see 2 dots that look like this. Okay, the repeat, it shows us that we'll repeat it. So, I'm going to have you just doing tick-tock in your head, and then I'm going to say stop. So we're going to be going in your head, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Next line, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Because when you're all in that group, all of you are looking at the same music. And Dr. Han says, stop, we all stop at the same place. Start, we're all starting at the same place on your own score. So I'm gonna stop us, and we're gonna see if we stop at the same place, right? So right now it's your brain and your eyes hitting the beat. 1, 2, let's do it once through. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Back to the beginning. This time I'm gonna stop somewhere. 1, 2, ready, go. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, stop. Where did I stop? Measure, 2, beat, 2. It's showing me that you are together. Okay, let's try another one. 1, 2, ready, track. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, stop. Measure 3, beat 3. So the way somebody says, we stopped at measure 3, beat 3. Okay, guys, there's something wrong with measure 3, beat 3. How about if we start at measure 2, beat 3? Everybody's eyes goes to the correct place at the same time. Okay, so that's a little bit of just showing you where the beats are. What else can I say? As usual, beat 1. When we do this one, the strong beat is beat 1 and beat 3. Beat 1 and beat 3 when we have 4 beats a measure. But let's write that 2, 4, 6, 8. So now here I go. 2, 4, 6, 8. Meet me at the garden gate. If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. This is the beat. And now I'm going to do the rhythm. If you can watch my pen, try to see how many sounds I'm doing under every heart. Okay? So you know I'm cheating now. We're doing a prompt. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So I write that like this. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now watch the next one. Meet me at the garden gate. Look at it again. Meet me at the garden gate. How many sticks should we hear? 2. Okay, how many here? 2, and then 1. Okay, so really simple. I'm going to try and go to the end. If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. If I'm late, don't wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. So, how many here?
2, 1.
Okay, it was pretty straightforward. So these rhythms, the way I'm just doing them with the sticks, I call them generic rhythms. You know, like when you go to the store and when you go to the pharmacy and you buy generic medicine, it means it's not a brand, yeah? So it's just sticks, because I don't want to get us tied. Sometimes if you keep doing 8th note with this, you'll be locked in that key signature. I just want you to see how many things are under every beat. So if, for example, somebody now came and told me this was in 4/4, then I turn them into musical notation. But generic notation is a good way to start. So now the people who it was a little hard for you to do the rhythm without seeing it, when you see it now, it helps you. Because remember, we just did it with the sticks. But when you see it now, try to do it once with your sticks. Now let's try and do it with the sticks, because now you can see it. Ready? Clicking on your sticks, we're doing the rhythm. So this beat up one is the beat, and this is the rhythm. This is the beat, and this is the rhythm. Now, in the real world, do you think the hearts would be there? No. It would just be the one with a rhythm, but I'm just putting them there so you can see the relationship with beat. Okay, let's click it, everything internalized. 1, 2, ready, go. Does it make life easier when you can write it, especially if you're a visual learner? Okay, let's do this, maybe let's say 2 times over. Let's do it. Now, of course, I'll be busy doing another rhythm. Let's do it 2 times over. Try not to get lost. 1, 2, ready, 2 times. Repeat. like if I was to erase it, oh gosh, better not start breaking keys with them. No wonder they have to go on this side. So that was just like a crutch. In the real world, you just get it like this. So when you have those crutches in your head, you'll be telling yourself there's one heart here, one heart here, one heart here. So the reason I was putting the hearts there is it's a crutch. It's just helping you to go. Try and read it like that. With just reading it like that without the hearts on there. 1, 2, 3, down again. And if we had courageous people, we'd go one by one. You guys want to go one by one? 2 by 2?
2 by 2.
Okay, let's go 2 by 2. Ready? Okay. So how do we just do 2T? 2 by 2? Let's go this way. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 2D again, right? It's just to get that sense of, when we play it several times like that, they say we're building a sense of ensemble. In French, ensemble means together. So you're building a sense of ensemble when you play something together, and some people are assigned this part and some people, that's what really happens in music. Okay, cellos from measure 1 to 6, soloists play, measure 6 to 7, the cello's playing with the piano, measure this. You know, it's just people doing different things, and that's what puts the music together. So let's try and do it. First 2D, and then we'll go to 2s. 1, 2, and let's go. Everybody, ready, go. Together a song that way, but you see those musicians when they sit at the edge of that chair, all your attention has to be on what you're doing. If you scratch yourself, or I don't know, you touch your hair, you're gonna lose the group. So very early we're telling the kids, you know, if you love the arts, I know, but you know, in the fine arts, like where they make statues of paint, it's happening in the space, it occupies space. But music happens in a time continuum, so everybody's gotta be there. That's what really makes it work together. Okay, let's progress a little bit here. So, you know, one that we didn't try to do, put your sticks down and everything down. Try that. This one's harder than, remember how we put the beat at the bottom and the rhythm on the top? Yeah. You can also dissociate here by the midline. So one part of your body does this side of your body does the beat and this, and we'll just try it. So, like when they're training them in school for pianists, that's a must. But I think it's just good for everybody, because normally it's funny when you're right-handed or left-handed. One part of your body is more, but when you do things like that, you center your body. Okay, so choose any hand that you want to do the beat on your lap. And we don't have to do this today, you have to work on it. Tick, tock, rhythm on the other side. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So do it one more time and somebody can do it home. One more time, just the beat going. We're dissociating at the midline. know what? The person who's playing the piano, those are the kinds of things that they're doing. Yeah? So it also gives people a chance to appreciate each other. Now let's do dissociation of the bottom and the top one more time. Beat down, tick, top, tick, top, and rhythm here. Sometimes when you're singing a duet, somebody says you're confusing me because your parts are different. Helen, come and demonstrate with me. One other thing you can do to work on your music when somebody's singing this part and somebody's singing this part that you're trying to put together. So you can do the beat. Just take this hand and tap the beat on my shoulder and I'll play the rhythm. Okay, so she's tapping the beat on my shoulders. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Switch. Ready? Tick, tock, you tap the rhythm. Yeah! But it's just an education of your body, even as a singer. Even though you're interested, you're in control of all parts of your body because they go into the music. But that's just a little bit about rhythm. So beat and rhythm can be put together. We studied them as separate things so you could understand them. The beat doesn't change, but the rhythm changes. But yes, of course, when the orchestra's playing, sometimes it's only the conductor doing the beat. Everybody's just doing their own thing. But because they fit under the beats, it all just works together. And those are the things that make music expressive. Okay, let's see where we're going up here. Now I erased that. Let me make you see, notate some music now. So get your sticks again. Let's learn a quick silly song. And then because it will help us. Now in my lifetime I had to find a lot of silly songs to so we're gonna put now one stick under the heart. And here we're gonna put 2 sticks under the heart. And all down the road, okay? 1 stick under the heart, I'm gonna call that plum, okay? And 2 sticks under the heart, I'm going to call that apple. 3 sticks under the heart, I'm going to call that cantaloupe. And then 4 sticks under that heart, I'm going to call it watermelon. And we'll see how it goes. So let's try this song once. I don't want to dwell on the song, but it's just helping us. And sticks ready. Let us chase the squirrel. Up the plum, down the plum, let us chase the squirrel, down the plum tree. So it's only 3 times, but you're just trying to see how it fits in that beat, and then we'll work with it. Ready? One more time. Let us chase that squirrel, up the plum, down the plum, let us chase that squirrel, down the plum tree. Apple, let us chase that squirrel, up the apple, down the apple, let us chase that squirrel, down the apple tree. Cantaloupe. Now, cantaloupes are going to be many different kinds. There's the triplet. Now I'm doing the triplet. You'll know what it is in the future. Let us chase the squirrel, up the cantaloupe, down the cantaloupe, let us chase that squirrel, down the cantaloupe tree. Watermelon, let us chase the squirrel, up the watermelon, down the watermelon, let us chase that squirrel, down the watermelon tree. Let's do it by yourself one time. Let's go down here. Starting with the plum one, so you're only playing 3 times. Let us chase that squirrel, up the plum, down the plum. Let us chase that squirrel, down the plum tree. Apple, let us chase that squirrel, up the apple, down the apple. Let us chase that squirrel, down the apple tree. Let us chase that squirrel, up the apple, down the So that's just to help us to have the rhythm with us. But now I'm going to put up rhythm for you. how would you speak it? You would say, apple, apple, watermelon, plum. So is everybody beginning to understand why I have the hearts? Because if I put them without the hearts, it probably means nothing. It's just floating in here. So apple, apple, watermelon, plum. If somebody gives me a time signature, then I can actually, some notes, sometimes the notes are like that. If somebody gives me a time signature, then I can actually read them. Okay, so this is where you say, when a painter's painting, he's got green, but he's got light green. And he's got like 50 colors between light green and green. So when you do little short rhythms like this, you're putting different colors on your, you know how artists have that palette? And then you got your paintbrush. So you're putting different, when you learn little different rhythms, you're getting yourself like a vocabulary of rhythms. So that's why people do rhythmic training. And what happens after a while is if you get very many of them, if you're going to study music professionally, when you see them, you recognize it. Just like words. If I know a lot of words from the dictionary, when I see it, I recognize it and I know what it means. Right? So this is the same exercise you do in music. You just get one measure or you get two measures and you do it and it kind of just, you know when you do something with your hands, there's a way that your body just takes it in. If you just read it, when it's just intellectual, sometimes it doesn't sing. So let's try doing just that one over and over again. Apple, apple, watermelon, plum. Just over and over again. Ready, and. Change it. Ooh, let me see what I could cook up now. Some composer would decide. We haven't even gotten to the rest yet, have we? Sometimes, you know, they throw a rest in there. So, let's just make it exciting now. That's a little bit boring. Okay. Yeah, this is just for you to see though. So how would we speak this one? If once again, if now I take off the music. Actually, let me do it with a sticks first. It makes more sense for most people. You're just looking at what's under the beat. Like that. Okay, let's speak it. Watermelon, 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 apple. Watermelon, 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 apple. Okay, if I had a time signature, let's write it. Watermelon, watermelon. Ready? And. So you understand how that works? Let's do another couple more. And then later on we'll do the rest. How about? How would we speak that way? Ready? Cantaloupe, plum, watermelon, plum. Cantaloupe, plum, watermelon, plum. Now what I was saying was if it was in 4/4, this one would have been that kind of cantaloupe. If I'm not doing the generic anymore, okay? So let's try and read that one. Cantaloupe, plum, watermelon, plum. Let's try that one. By the way, I didn't say the study that we're doing here In America, I don't know, what would they call it, Helen? Ear training, all the names it has. Ear training, some people call it solfège, some people just call it musicianship. Some people call it oral skills, you know, improving your, as an oral, hearing skills. Yeah, so whatever training we're doing now, and it's a training that supports singing, it supports people to play instruments. You know, it's pretty much like I was saying, it's like the teacher saying, look, we're gonna read this book, but here's the dictionary, okay? You figure out what the words mean. The teacher can't be there to tell you. But when you do these little studies, you're adding your music vocabulary. And Dr. Han will tell you, most pieces of music that they make for like adult choirs to sing, kid choirs, most of them the rhythms are not. It's not awfully hard. What do you think? I mean, it's not Sprechstein, is it? Yeah? Sprechstein is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
most of it makes sense if you follow the system. It makes sense. Okay, so this is one we could do, and then I'd like to get into the rest so that you see how we use the rest in here. So we did let us chase the squirrel, stick notation, some rhythms to read. Now get out those popsicle sticks because you're gonna write. Yeah. So. You can just have the tray on your lap and then have all that set down. But what happens in music is just like what happens in the real world. I am reading a text that somebody's given me, an email, a technical text, but I also have to have the skills to reply. You also have to have the skills to write, so you also have to have the skills to write the music. You can consume of the music and sing in your choir, but let's say you want to share with another musician. Like for example, you might say, I like this composition, but I think I'd like to rewrite this part. So you'd have to have the musical skills to write it with. And that's what they call in music, we have rhythmic dictation, where the teacher does a rhythm, and you listen to it and you figure out this is how to write it. And we also got even melodic dictation, where they play the melody and you figure how it's going, so you write it. But it teaches you to be able to communicate with other people in music. There's some people, you know, they get so good, I don't think I'll even ever get that. They just look at a song, they already know how it sounds. So some of those, you get some of those kids in university, they come into the choir room, they look at the song and just see them sleeping. And when the teacher wakes up, hey, the first time you see them, like, who is this sleeping in my class? Sing from measure 15 to 13. They sing everything perfectly. So some people can look at the music. That's where we all try to go. Look at the music and hear it immediately. Okay, so that's where you try to go. So now we're gonna try it and write down. I'm gonna play this rhythm. Let's do the first one really easily, like if I go. You heard me going plum, plum, apple, plum. How about now? I did apple, 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 plum. So 2 sticks, 2 sticks, 2 sticks, 1. What if I go? And you write it down. So I'm just doing the dictation. So we ready to start? So let's agree. Shall we do 4 or shall we do 6? Okay, let's do 4. So you get ready and I'll come down. I don't like writing it before. I like to see how the group is and then when, no, but I've got some here that I wrote before. So I should use these ones. Okay, we did the lead. Are we ready for it? I am gonna do it like 4 times. Because some people will see one part, some people won't. And you'll try to write it down. So if the beat's going tick, tock, here I am. Feel free to start writing. Anyone got it?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't give you one of these. Did we put underneath?
Oh,
Sorry, so that you could see where it fell. But I can see you're seeing it already, so. Casey, gotta keep the watermelon tight. So, even when you're writing it down, because sometimes the teachers go so fast, you'll be going. even in the real classrooms, you'd be doing that. And then when there's a break is when you come in, convert, depending on the time signature you come in, you convert it. Now, this is, I'm giving you one measure. By the time the kids get to college, they'll probably give them 4. And grad students, they'll give them 8 measures. People are like, wait, but no, they'll do it over and over again. Okay, let's go on to a second one. Do you notice right now I'm showing you where the beat is? For the third and the fourth time, I won't show you where the beat is. Right now I'm showing you where it is. Here's the second one. 1, 2, here is the second one. Anyone got that one? Yeah, we have it. All very musical groups. So apple, apple, watermelon, plum. If they made you plum, it would come straightforward. Right. So for the third one, here's the beat. Tick, tock, tick, tock. I am not going to show you the beat over there. So you're going to track with your own eyes. Yeah. So I won't show you the beat over there. For the third one, it will be nice and simple. 1, 2. Here is the third one. Here is the third one. Most people got it. Do we have it? Yeah. That's all rhythm really is. So plum, plum, watermelon, plum. And it's in there. If it was a 4/4, it would look like that. Okay, last one. Let's do the last one. So if I didn't write it down, what we're taking right now is called rhythmic dictation. So somebody with a musician with a really good ear, he puts on the song. Oh, that's the latest song. In his brain, he's already taken the rhythmic dictation and he just goes to the instrument and starts playing it. But you know, like for me, I say, oh, I like that song that kid sung. So maybe I have to go get the music and learn the music, or maybe I have to listen to it over and over again. But if you can read the music, you save yourself the time. You look at the music, you've already decided you like it, you buy it, you read it, you play it. I mean, the only thing that holds you back normally is your technical skills. But like if you're at the same time, you're proficient in singing, you can sight sing, and any music is accessible to you when you work on your music theory and ear training. So let's do this last one. And here is the beat, here is the beat, here is the beat, and here's the last rhythm. I'm doing it here. Everybody got it?
Yeah.
I really believe in this group. If it was every week, you guys would be able to write 4 measure rhythms. Yeah, it's going pretty well. So that's the part. So in music, there's you read, but there's also somebody plays and you hear. And you're using all those skills. When Dr. Han gives you a piece of music, you read, okay, I see watermelon apple here. I see watermelon plum. And sometimes somebody says, no, I'm at the place where it says watermelon apple. And you'll know where it is if you know what watermelon apple is, yeah? Of course, we'll call them by the traditional musical names. These are just names that I use as a prop, just to help you to go on. Okay, so we wrote those measures. Let's turn around and look at that song. It's on the next page. Yeah, just feel comfortable to put everything on the floor. So I actually discovered this song is from Canada because I couldn't figure out why some of it was in English and some of it was in French. But it's obviously from Quebec or Canada. Now, we did not do, today we did these 10, we did 4, we'll get to time signature, hopefully. We did that, or and we did 3/4. Remember when we did the waltz? I'd write them like this. But this song is in 6/8, which probably I'd write like that. So I just wanted us to do something with a different meter. Now when we learn to sing this song, what we'll do with it next week is, you see right now, this is how it goes right now. Sing. Oh, and then we'll be singing down here. Let me try. Let every good fellow now join in the song. Viva la compagnie. Success to each other and pass it along. Viva la compagnie. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la compagnie. Okay, so let's try doing a bit of my turn and your turn. Remember, like we did in the beginning? We're learning by echo this time. And gentlemen, you can sing down there. You heard where it was?
Yeah.
Let every good fellow now join in the song. Viva la compagnie. Just down there is good. Ready? And I'll do my turn, but if you can sing with me too. My turn. Let every good fellow now join in the song.
Viva la compagnie.
Your turn. Let every good fellow now join in the song.
Viva la compagnie.
My turn. Success to each other and pass it along. Viva la compagnie. Your turn.
Success to each other and pass it along. Viva la compagnie.
My turn. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Your turn.
Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour.
My turn. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la compagnie. Your turn.
Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la compagnie.
So, viva la, if you want me to translate, viva l'amour is long live love. Viva la compagnie, just long live friendship, right? Okay, let's try and sing all of it. Ready? And let every good fellow now
Join in the song. Viva la compagnie. Success to each other and pass it along. Viva la compagnie. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la compagnie.
a friend on the left, just sing second verse. A
Friend on the left and a friend on the right. Viva la compagnie. In one good fellowship let us unite. Viva la compagnie.
chorus.
Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la compagnie.
You sing the whole song by yourself, because next week, then I'll take this song and I'll explain to you how we'll solfege it, right? I'll show you how we do it with the solfege. So in a way, this is a prop again. You're coming from a song you know, and so you're gonna gain, it's like a child learning those nursery rhymes. At first you just learn them, Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? But one day, you use the knowledge that your ears have to help your eyes when you start reading. So they're just different ways to kind of get there. So let's try and sing this all 2 verses, and then I'll show you how to do it. Ready? And let every good fellow join in the song.
Viva la compagnie. Success to each other and pass it along. Viva la compagnie. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la compagnie. A friend on the left and a friend on the right. Viva la compagnie. In one and true fellowship let us unite. Viva la compagnie. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la, viva la, viva l'amour. Viva la compagnie.
So if next week what I'll do is I'll take a white out and I'll take all the words off. So for the first one, I'll put the solfege syllables that you see at the back of your page on. But then for the second one, I'll take everything off, so you'll be singing So do 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 ti la sol mi. Do 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 re ti do. So do 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 ti la sol mi. Do 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 re ti do. Mi 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 fa 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 fa. Re 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 mi 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 mi. Do 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 re re re. Ti 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 la ti do. So when you're singing it in music, you can learn it. Somebody can give you the music, and you learn it by yourself at home. Okay. So that would be the solfege. So of course, first we work at the rhythm. The rhythm goes short, 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 longer, short, 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 long, short, longer. You know, we speak the rhythm like we did here. So I'll do all that. We'll talk about what key it's on. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to that next page. Let's get the real music notes out. Yeah. Everything that I was doing before there is kind of get us out. So the way I've written them and I've set class names, this image, it's worked really successfully with young people over the years. I tell them this is the music building. And in the music building, these are the notes that live in the music building. And there's one more note over here that they use in old music. And there's a note here, a 64th. Nobody really uses it. So, yeah, so I really put this here. So for people who looked ahead a little bit, you can see how I put traditional note names look like this. All these notes are fractions of the whole note. Half note is a fraction. 2 half notes make a whole note. 4 quarter notes make a whole note. 8 notes make a whole note. 16 notes make a whole note. But if you tell a human being that, what are they supposed to do with it? I mean, if I tell you it's an 8th note, does it tell you how it sounds? If I tell you this is a quarter note, do you know how it sounds? So that's the reason I've got the class name when you're starting. It's like a prop because it shows you how it goes. So let's get our sticks. You can put this on the floor or on your lap, and let me show you how the rhythms go. So, you ready? I wonder if I could put mine here. Yeah, just so you sort of have some magnets. What if I put it like that? Yeah? Okay. Let's do the slowest rhythm. Say it. Whole note, hold it, whole note, hold it, whole note, hold it. Say it and play it. What? Whole note, hold it, whole note, hold it. Why does somebody think I'm doing that? Because I want to show you that it takes a lot. It lasts through time. Ready? Say it and play it. Whole note, hold it, whole note, hold it. Hold, note, let me speak the rest one. Step, hold, step, hold, step, hold, step, hold, say it and play it. Step, hold, step, hold, step, hold, step, hold, slow down. Hold, note, hold it. Hold, note, hold it. Hold, note, hold it. Say the next one. Walk, 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 play it. Walk, 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 slow down, step, hold, step, hold, step, hold, slow down, hold, no, hold it, we're comparing them, hold, no, hold it, run, 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 slow down, walk, 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 slow down, step, hold, step, hold, step, hold, slow down, hold, no, hold it, hold, no, hold it, hold, no, let's go to the next one, running, 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 running. Now that one would be like the watermelon I was doing, remember? Ready, try one more time. Running, 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 slow down, running, 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 running. Slow down, walk, 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 slow down, step, hold, step, hold, slow down, hold, note, hold it, hold, note, hold it, hold, note, hold it. let's stop and let me put down, this time I'm going to put down longer ones. So once you know that, I'm putting back the props. What if I put down one like this? But here I'm going to put that whole note. Hold it. Okay? So show me how you do this one. 1, 2, do it with your sticks. Hold, note, hold it. Walk, walk, run, run, walk. Hold, note, hold it. Walk, walk, run, run, walk. Hold it. Hold it. So you see how you read it? So I could layer it. It could be, let's get one of the ones with a busy rhythm in there. Because the transition can be, let's use all of them. Okay, let's pretty much use all of the notes that we have. So that one would be, speak it for me. How would you speak it? Hold, note, hold it. Run, run, walk, run, run, walk. Hold, note, hold it. Run, run, walk, run, run, walk. Say it and play it. Hold, note, hold it. Run, run, walk, run, run, walk. Hold, note, hold it. Note, hold it. Note, hold it. Note, hold it. Was I playing the right thing? Yeah. Okay, sometimes I go there and I forget. So that's how you use music notes to put together a piece. Now what's missing for us right now is showing you the rhythm. In the real music world, next week, now you would put them on, I would put it on stock like this, run, run, walk. Yeah. So that would be the next step. But I felt like it's important to show them separately, just so you understand the rhythm as a separate entity before it climbs back on the stack. How am I doing for time? How am I doing for the time?
10 minutes left.
10 minutes? Hey, me, I am just notorious with not managing time, but let's see what we can get here. So, like I said, next week we're gonna get this in solfege, so we'll get into the staff. So every week you'd have a little rhythm to do. I told Dr. Han that for the effort you've made, even if you weren't able to continue beyond how she wants us to do it in May, at least every week I could give her something to forward to you to just work on by yourself with whatever that you know. Okay, let's go to that page. I'll show you which one. Because it was something I thought we had to say. You see this page? Right there. So, this is like a memory page, so this is good work to do at home. Most composers write the instructions in their music to tell you how they want it to be played. But you have to have studied music to kind of understand what they want from you. Otherwise, you're just left with listening. And you could be listening to a version which has not been done very well. So you're learning it, the wrong way. So it's better looking at the composers. Some of the most common signs and instructions are the ones that I've got below there. Now, most of the music instructions are written in Italian. This is because music was first printed in Italy, and so it's the custom. So let's just pronounce these ones. Tempo words are the words to show you how fast to sing. Mood and style words just give you the mood. And then they're words that describe how loud or soft. So really what I'm going to do is I'll just say them and you'll say them after me, just so you have them, but you can memorize them. So a tempo, accelerando, adagio, affrettando, allegretto, allegro, andante, andantino, grave, larghetto, largo, lento, menomoso, moderato, più mosso, prestissimo, presto, rallentando, ritardando, ritenuto,
Ritenuto.
Tempo primo.
Tempo primo.
Vivace.
Vivace.
And then the Muda style ones is, some of them translate very well with English because we have similar words like that. Agitato.
Agitato.
Animato.
Animato.
Appassionato.
Appassionato.
Brillante.
Brillante.
Cantabile.
Cantabile.
Con bravura.
Con bravura.
Con brio.
Con brio.
Con forza.
Con forza.
Con fuoco.
Con fuoco.
Con moto.
Con moto.
Dolce.
Dolce.
Espressivo.
Espressivo.
Giocoso.
Giocoso.
Grandioso.
Grandioso.
Grazioso.
Grazioso.
Lacrimoso.
Lacrimoso.
Legato.
Legato.
Legatissimo.
Legatissimo.
Leggero.
Leggero.
Maestoso.
Maestoso.
Marcato.
Marcato.
Perdendosi.
Perdendosi.
Pesante.
Pesante.
Risoluto.
Risoluto.
Scherzando.
Scherzando.
Sostenuto.
Sostenuto.
Spiritoso.
Spiritoso.
Staccato.
Staccato.
And if there are many, they're called staccati. Strepitoso.
Strepitoso.
Vivace.
Vivace.
And then the volume words are crescendo.
Crescendo.
Decrescendo.
Decrescendo.
Diminuendo.
Diminuendo.
Forte.
Forte.
Fortissimo.
Fortissimo.
Mezzo forte.
Mezzo forte.
Mezzo means half. When you think of buildings that have a mezzanine floor, that middle. Mezzo piano.
Mezzo piano.
Pianissimo.
Pianissimo.
Piano.
Piano.
And then the next one that we talked about, the capo.
Da capo.
And then the capo al fine.
Da capo al fine.
So the capo is just the top, but if it tells you the capo al fine, it means go from the top to the bottom. And then glissando.
Glissando.
You know the glissando, when somebody ends the song with a glissando, it's normally when you slide down the keys, they call that in French, glisser is to slide, right? Meno, is less. Molto,
Molto.
più is more.
Più.
Poco a poco.
Poco a poco.
Sempre.
Sempre.
Like everybody knows sempre fidelis, yeah? Always faithful. Senza.
Senza.
And then subito. It's subito. Yeah. So these are just words you memorize in theory tests. They love to do these because they don't have to get any specialists to like do these. But it makes the music meaningful for you. Like when I'm thinking of when you guys were singing at Eisenman Theater, now you were singing appassionato. I heard you singing with passion, and some places almost sounded tearful, so you had lacrimoso in there. So if somebody was, and of course at the end of the song, you guys slowed down so much that some of the audience thought the song was over the So you guys did a padendosi and a big ritardando, and that's why they started clapping something like, wait a little bit. It's not, yeah, I was hiding behind the stage there. I was the one giving Charlie the mic. And doing, so things that were coming from behind stage, I was the one that was behind there, so. Okay. So we want to do these. You can just look at them next week. I don't want to take up too much time, but we'll connect the do, we'll connect the hand signals. Once again, this is another prop. You know, everything in life you start with a prop. Remember when you're learning to ride bicycles? You start with a tricycle, 3 wheels. And then you start with the training wheels, and then you take them off, and then you don't need them. I've seen some people in Frisco in the park riding a unicycle. You know, just the one with one wheel. So some people get to the complete top with it. For me, bicycle is dangerous enough. So even in music, like I told you, there's some people, you just want to get to a point where it helps you. It helps you, I think the essence of reading music, and gosh, this is like the first time I talked to Dr. Han, I could really see the vision she has for the school. She wants her kids to audiate the music. She wants people in her school to interact meaningfully with music. You know, you can just enjoy singing music, but if you know what's happening inside there, remember like poetry? If you know the devices they're using and the things that are happening, somehow the interaction with the material is more meaningful. Then you want to know the history, then you want to know who did it best, and then, you know, it just really builds up the whole idea of doing music in community. So that's what I'm really thinking Dr. Han wants you to get. And of course, to me, like I said, it's amazing because many schools, the adults do their own system, the kids do their own system, the high schoolers do their own system, and then when they want to do something together, there's no common way that they do. Like I know, you know, now I do this hold, no hold, it, step, hold. In this school, like if there's a difficult part, she might come and say, I want the part with step, hold, running, running, walk. The whole school knows what it is. So it's about building common language, just like what did we see where they're using common language, the Italian terms. Of course, the Germans eventually said you have to use some of ours. But for the most part, the Italians took it first. So it's about enjoying by yourself, but also finding common ground. So thank you for having me. This is really and I'll see you again next week. So maybe we'll put these on the table. So if you come, you just get.
Well, we know what we need to get.
Yes. So we'll sing more and we'll solfege that song and I'll bring others. And hopefully we'll set you on a path. Now the brain scientists have told us that it's not too late to learn. Remember how they used to tell you can't do the violin if you're 14. And you can't do this now. No more.
They are genius. They can do it. Yeah, I know.
Dr. Han, how do you think they did?
What?
How do you think they did?
Oh,
They did well.
I think they did very well, because they're smart.
Marvelous students.
Yeah, they're genius in their, major. So that's learn the music. Yeah, a piece of cake, right, guys? But you know what? That's totally different from the China, the music theory style. So that's why I invited Miss Shiba to help you guys for the music theory. It's much easier to listen Miss Shiba's class, In China, oh my gosh, we learn this so hard, We just memorize everything every day.
So like this is French style. I'm a child of the conservatory, but just a teacher, no big piano skills or anything. I'm an music education major. But this is Swiss style and French style. This is what they use in the school. Because before they want all their kids, or initially it used to be to sing in church, like Hungary. They want the women to know how to sing soprano, the men to sing their tenor bass. So the work was taught in the school, so that you could use it when they sing their patriotic songs, the men know their part and the women know their part. But you can only do that if you can sing. But they still use it in the school. Yeah. So in America, they use it here and there, but in America, they're competing to do so many things. Some schools in the Northeast and in Chicago, they're very strict. They do it. In Texas, it's coming. If you go to Austin, it's strong. And UTA. And I think it's coming. Yeah. It's coming to town. Okay, thank you again.
你知道，在中国这些东西，我们就是天天背，哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒，天天背这些东西。然后我今天听他的课，我说天哪，原来他们给出这样好简单 ，apple apple apple， 哎呦我的天哪，我们完全不知道这个怎么弄的。
Your class is so